If something happened to you today, would your family know how to access your cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is more common these days, but estate planning law hasn't kept up. Hi, my name is Craig Mitchell with Kreig LLC. Today we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency and how it's different and why you should plan for cryptocurrency in your estate plan. Cryptocurrency can be hard to recover because there are three different concepts that can apply. And one is the ability to access the cryptocurrency. The other is legal authority to act with the cryptocurrency. And the third one is ownership of the cryptocurrency. So when someone dies, there's often a question of how it's held can impact who has access, who has the legal right to work with the cryptocurrency or handle it, and who ultimately inherits it. Many people hold their cryptocurrency in a custodial wallet, such as Coinbase. If they don't hold it in a custodial wallet, then usually they're using a self-hosted mechanism. That could be a hardware item, such as a phone or computer or other hardware item, like a ledger, or it also could be just keeping a paper wallet, which means keeping the keys on paper. If it's held in a custodial account or a custodial wallet, Texas Property Code has been amended to allow the executor of the estate to get access to the private keys from the custodian. Now, if you have a non-custodial account, such as a device, a hardware wallet, or even paper wallet, in those cases, essentially, the task is to get somebody appointed as the executor of the estate, and then that person has to demand access. So they have to basically figure out where that wallet is physically stored, or whether the paper wallet where the key is. Then the executor has to demand access to that. Once they have access to it, only then does the personal representative or executor have the authority to act with respect to that property. And then Texas law would determine who inherits it. So whether it's a custodial account or a self-hosted wallet, in both cases, there's a question of access, there's a question of who has legal authority to act, and then there's a separate question of who inherits. There are several possible ways to avoid it. The most common is using a trust. Establishing the trust to have not only access to the private key, but also legal authority to act in a trustee, and then the trust would dictate who inherits. If you don't use a trust mechanism, some people will use an LLC, a legal entity, to accomplish very similar steps. And when it comes to things like a paper wallet or even a hardware wallet, sometimes people will use safety deposit boxes with instructions in their estate planning documents. Regardless of whether it's a custodial account or a self-hosted option, merely having the key generally doesn't mean ownership. So Texas law would apply, and that would either be if there's a will, the will would govern, or if there's no will, Texas intestacy law would govern who has ownership. If you own cryptocurrency, it's important to make sure that it's properly addressed in your estate plan. A standard will is typically not good enough. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe and leave your questions in the comments. Thank you for watching.